start, right? Okay, time for us to start. By the way, I hope that you all have your notepad ready, because there are things which I probably really feel that it's the last time I should say these things. There are some players who are repeating the errors time and again if they have been told, but there are similar errors that some of you are making. I am going to share some snapshots with you as well. During the tournament, I took some snapshots just to make it very clear what my points are, and I do not understand why you are always in a rush to finish the games. I always play a game every Wednesday where I demonstrate how important it is to use your thinking time. If you are, just going to play hastily, it will serve you no good. You have to make sure that you use your thinking time. Very, very important. Well, let's see. The first snapshot I want to share with you is this one. Now, of course, I will let you know who the feedback is for, but the first feedback is this one. Now, this is Tanish versus Atharva. It is mind-blowingly sad that experienced Tanish got checkmated, and look at the timing left on the clock. Just observe this. The time control for our tournament was 5 minutes plus 3, and these guys have ended the game with almost 5 minutes still left. So I really don't like such things. If you are not going to use your time, I'm sorry to say you're not going to show any progress. Over 4 minutes were remaining when the game was over. Why? What is the rush? Why don't you realize that you have to put some thought into every move, or before every move? Every move, I'm saying. I would rather have you lose on time than to play such useless games. Such games are useless games. I cannot say it, any softer than this, in any way softer than this. These are useless games. Please take a look at the snapshot again. I am serious about this. Just take a look at this. 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Give me a break. I mean, the match was supposed to be played at the time control 5 plus 3, and you have 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining when you lose the game. So if Tanishk is with us, well, probably should respond to this. It's very important. Absolutely important. Tanish, if you are here in the chat, I would like to, see your reaction. It's absolutely hilarious. Then why play? Atharva is here. I saw Atharva's chat. So Atharva Prabhu, what is that? Why? Why was there this mad rush? This is really, really bad. Make sure that you don't do this. And all the others, it is my humble suggestion now that you pay attention at the feedback. Don't worry about the tournament later. I'm not playing it. Omkar sir is also not playing. Pay attention on what I'm saying. Pay attention to the feedback that you're receiving. This is not just the feedback for the people that I'm talking about. Later on, I have people asking me on WhatsApp. So no feedback for me, or this feedback is general. All have been making these mistakes. Use of thinking time is lacking. So just stop worrying about the tournament today and pay attention at the feedback. I ain't playing today, and Omkar sir is also not playing, but you should play. But at the moment, let us, focus on the job at hand. I'm telling you about your weaknesses in Friday's tournament. So you cannot just play rapidly, casually, planlessly, and then hope to do well in chess. That doesn't happen. So Atharva Prabhu, if you are here, well, please type something in the chat so that I know that you've reached, the feedback has reached. It is absolutely important. I don't worry about anything else right now. Please make a note of this in the diary. If you're not going to think and play, no improvement can come about. No improvement can happen. Absolutely. So the next snapshot And do not join late. For an online lecture, you should not be late. There is no point in joining late for an online class. It's funny. The next feedback, here is the second one I want to share. This was the first one. Second one I want to share is this. This is our dear Jai Champ versus Vihang. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You cannot play like this. You cannot play like this. Jai, you are such an experienced player. Look at the time left on the clock. 4 minutes, and it was 2 Fridays ago, I believe. A couple of Fridays ago, I gave you this feedback that you are playing very fast. So you have 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining when you lose the game. And then you say that you've been learning chess for 5 years. Where does that experience go when you play the tournament? Why is there a mad rush that I will finish the game fast but I will learn nothing from it? Why? I need an answer to these questions. It doesn't make me happy at all. Doesn't make me happy one bit. Even Vihang. This game, let's take a look at this snapshot again, guys. Again, this game you will see, well, no player has berserk here. Do you see that there is a berserk? No. So this game was not berserk. It was normal time control. And still look at the mad rush. The player with 1297 rating insists on losing with over 4 minutes to spare against 1719. That is incredibly horrible. That is incredibly horrible, I must say. This doesn't impress me one bit. This is horrible play. It doesn't matter if you play 10 tournaments like this, you will not bring about the desired improvement. You have to make sure, Jay, I think 2 sessions ago, you said that I played fast, sorry sir. Well, how slow is this you think? You still have over 4 minutes to spare. I mean, look at the snap I'm sharing with you, Jay. This is very appalling. This is very sad. When I look at such things and observe such things, even Vihang, I'm not so impressed. Well, okay, you won the game. Big deal. So you used 30 seconds to finish, Jay. 30 seconds. What was this, some bullet game that you are playing? Even Vihang is a big culprit here. I don't care, you are the winner. Sir, I don't care, you are the winner. You used 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Is that how I play every Wednesday? I have told you, winning, losing will happen. I also lose. But then put some thought into it. There is no point just playing games and then not using your thinking time. What sense will it make? You tell me. What have you learned from these 30 seconds? And Jay, what have you learned from these, time that you have conserved for yourself? There is no point. So please stop doing this. Now for this third time I'm saying and I've been observing this. You play fast. Where does that experience go? Yes, I am serious about this, that you should use your time. That is why I play every Wednesday. The reason why I play every Wednesday is to demonstrate those skills. Talk to yourself. Think about it. Use your time. I know, even if you know the opening moves, yeah, you play fast, I can understand. But when the game is over, Jay is checkmated here. I mean, this is incredible. Jay is checkmated in this situation with 4 minutes to spare. Now, what is the use of these 4 minutes, 13 seconds? You know, Jay, this is very sad thing to see. Okay. So, point to be noted. I want you to use your time from the next tournament. You are saying that you are going to play tournament today, right, Jay? Right, Vihang? You're going to play tournament suggested by Ankit. Well, same formula should apply. Now, in the case when you have 3 minutes, so you will only use 1 minute and 2 minutes will be remaining. I would rather have you lose on time. I'm saying a very important point here. I would rather have you lose on time rather than to, lose hopelessly with like a lot of time to spare. What is the point? What is the whole point? Now, the next one, please. I will share yet another snapshot, and this time I believe I will share this one. Now this is Avadhut versus Nodi Nadish, which is Nadish Gaikwad. This is absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable to the core so much that if you look at the image, well, the game time control was 5 plus 3 and Avadhut has 5 minutes 31 seconds remaining when the game is over. Did you understand how ridiculous this is, how silly this is? So Avadhut, if you are with us, and even if Sanchit and Samartha are here, they are his friends. Well, tell him this is unacceptable. You played a 5+3 game. Okay, you play a 5+3 game. To begin with, you had 5 minutes. You won when you have 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. What kind of horrible play is this? Time is not just the thing that will declare winner or loser. There are other things to it. And Nadish also. How overconfident are you, sir? Nadish, you also probably are one of those who ask me on WhatsApp that have not received a feedback. Well, yeah, did you play like this to get a feedback from me? Nadish Gaikwad, this is your feedback. Just take a look at this image again. How much time have you spared, sir? 4 minutes remaining. The game was for 5 minutes and you have 4 minutes left and you resign. Look at the audacity. You were not checkmated. Master Nadish Gaikwad, you are not checkmated. You played very fast and then you said, oh, the position is lost. So with 4 minutes remaining, now you resign. Do you realize how horrible that is? This is absolutely unacceptable. If you want to bring about the improvement, stop doing this. What is the point? You have 4 minutes remaining and now you want to resign. Look at the game again. Look at the snapshot. You have not been checkmated, Nadish. Black resigned here. You are black player, Nadish. You resigned here. You have 4 minutes remaining on the clock. And what is going on? You are 941 rated, below 1000. You still don't realize the importance of time? If you have any intentions of crossing 1000 at least, you should use your time and play. You don't participate, and this is for all. Don't participate in the tournament just because you have to play the tournament. But play it with full heart. When I play every Wednesday, I play with my heart. Your involvement has to be there in the game. The images that I have showed you are suggestive that you just played the game because it was Friday. Don't do that. Play the game if you are serious. Play the game if you love the game. Don't just participate for the sake of participation. And this applies to all the players. I don't want any stupid comment like, sir, what is the feedback for me? This is a general feedback. I have noted it for more than 50% of our players. They think that every game is a bullet game. No, sir, every game is not a bullet game. At least learn that one thing when I play on Wednesday. How slowly do I play? You notice this, right? We have half the time the opponent has every Wednesday. But I attempt to explain my intentions. What did the opponent play? What are we going to do? Well, win-loss will happen. But at least play with your heart. What is the point? Absolutely not fair. Absolutely not fair. Okay? So, the first thing, Nadish, is that you play slowly. That's the first time feedback for you. But for Avadhut, if Sanchit and Samarth are here, your friends are here, they should actually scold you on this. 5 minutes 30 were remaining when the game was over. How horrible, sir, is that? Don't do it. Don't play for the sake of playing. That is not fair. Okay? The next feedback. I've got a list I've prepared, so I will go with the feedback one by one. Now the feedback is the same for Parth and Kshitij. Parth and Kshitij, I will take you to that game, Parth versus Kshitij. So let me first go to Leeches. This is the tournament and we will go to Parth's game. Kshitij versus Parth. So let's see, this is the first game. This is the game I want everybody to pay attention. Okay. Now Parth is the one black here and Kshitij has berserked this because he is 1700 and the opponent is 1000. I had told you before the tournament, guys, listen to this. Before the tournament began, there was a notification on Friday that when your opponent berserks, the opponent is under pressure to play fast. Why do you play fast? So this is for Parth Hardankar. Kshitij berserked, right? So it is Kshitij who is under pressure to play fast because he doesn't get those 3 seconds increment. Why are you playing fast? You have the same 5+3 time control. So you should play slowly and bring Kshitij under pressure so that he makes a mistake. You were playing as if you had berserked. Understand my point? And this is for all the B batch players. Whenever you have the A batch player bossing and berserking, you don't play fast. You should play slowly. The player who has berserk is under pressure. You think and play slowly. That is the point. Now let's go back to the game I was talking about. So this is the game, Parth versus Kshitij. Kshitij has berserked this, and look what Parth Hardankar does. No thinking, no thought process, gives the queen away. The queen is nicely pinned to the king here. Always watch out for such things, Parth Hardankar. I'm sure you are with us in the chat. So make sure that you think before you move. It is not Kshitij's fault that he berserked this. Understand it? I will say this line again. It is not Kshitij's fault that he berserked. He is 1700, you are 1000. So he thought that I can finish him. Your fault is that you are trying to match Kshitij's speed while playing. That is your fault. I will repeat. Your fault is that you are trying to match his speed, who is a player 700 points above you. Why, man? You play at your pace. Kshitij has berserk. Kshitij will play fast. You don't have to play fast. Watch for the arrow. You just, like a really, it's a dumb situation. You just gave your queen. And what did you play after this is also pretty interesting. So this was the position. Okay, look at this. Bishop took the knight here. Now you very well see. Let's flip the board because it is from Parth's point of view that I want to show this. Bishop took the knight, and now Parth, you can see that the queen, is going to be taken here. It's in a line here. You should watch out for such things. The rook win line with the queen, the bishop and the queen, same diagonal. Those pins, those are the tactics. But look at the time you have. I am sure you can see it. If not, I'll read it. You have 4 minutes 32 seconds remaining here. What is the point losing the queen and then playing a disastrous game for the remaining 4 minutes? And of course, it didn't last 4 minutes. Now look at this. Queen is attacking the bishop and you castled. The queen is attacking the bishop and you castled, giving another piece free. With 4 minutes remaining on the clock, what, you are going to set a new record for losing the fastest? What was your intention, man? What was your intention? You want to create a new record of losing faster than everybody else? But you might succeed at that because this is hopeless play. You will succeed at that if you continue playing this way. Parth Hardankar, don't worry about other unnecessary things. Worry about the things that will improve your chess. Clearly you see the queen is attacking the bishop and this fellow castles when he has 4 minutes remaining. And then Kshitij says, thank you very much. Was it your intention to help Kshitij finish you? Although he has berserk? Why? Why are you playing like this? Don't participate like this. It is a meaningless participation. Every participation should bring out the best in you. Even if you play 100 tournaments, if you did not learn something from them, it is going to be useless. 100, even 1000 tournaments, doesn't matter. Learn something. Why do you have 4 minutes remaining when the queen is lost, when you are a piece down, you just are careless? What is the point? Now, let's see. The game ends very fast, very swiftly. And this is a feature of the B batch, guys. The king should always be open. They don't like their king safe. They like it when the king is exposed. Wonderful. Then why do you castle? Then why bother castling if you want to expose your king so nicely? Why bother castling, my dear fellow? And oh, what a move that is. Fantastic. The mate is unstoppable, of course. And when you lose, now you have 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Congratulations, Parth. Congratulations. You succeeded at losing fast and losing promptly. Very nice. You lost because you just did not want to play. So look at the time here, Parth Hardankar, and also applies to all those who are playing fast. I don't care whether you are winner or loser out of the contest, but this is not the way to play. So when you got checkmate, queen g2 is checkmate. Notice the time now you have on the clock is 4 minutes 17 seconds. I am sure you have made a note of this feedback and I don't want to say this again. Next one, please. Very sad. Very sad. The next feedback and a similar one is for Avdut again. The same thing. Avdut versus Bhargav. Again, Avdut, you have to improve on this. I don't want to pull up the game again. It's a similar story where there is 4 minutes to spare, 3 minutes to spare, and you promptly lose or win. No sense. I'm sorry, sir. It doesn't work that way. I didn't learn chess that way. So I'm sure you invest your time, you give chess your time, then chess will reward you with something good. If you just want to play carelessly, go ahead, play the bullet games. That's all then you can do. But why play a bullet game when you are playing a rapid game? Why play a bullet game when you are playing a classical game? All the time controls are different. You should choose the openings also accordingly, by the way. But forget that. At least use the available time. So it was very, very sad. And please make a note of this and do not repeat this. Okay? Saurish, because of studies, I don't understand. What do you mean because of studies? Luckily, I have not covered your feedback yet. Now, next one. This one is, let me see who's next. This one is for Nidhi. Now, Nidhi, you made life very easy for Soumitra. I'm going to pull up the game you played against Soumitra. So, let's go to Nidhi's game against Soumitra. Let's pull up that game. Yeah, this is the game I'm talking about. So Nidhi is black here. I'm going to flip the board because we are studying from Nidhi's point of view. Now Nidhi, watch this. The game began quite well. Okay, here. It is here on such occasions that you should think about what you want to do. Again, if Nidhi is with us and even if Soumitra is with us, Soumitra is not clearly at fault here, by the way. What's happening here is that the bishop is attacked twice and defended once. Okay? And Nidhi, you have 4 minutes remaining. The same story. The same old story. 5 minutes is the game duration, but you have 4 minutes remaining. Over here, it was very easy to stop this threat of one of the pieces taking your bishop. All you had to do was drop this bishop back to e6. I repeat, Nidhi, what you should have done is drop the bishop back to e6, and that way you could have cut the attack by the rook from the e1 square. Nidhi, I'm sure you're making a note of this. And why I'm annoyed with you is not because you made a mistake. Well, everybody makes mistakes. Even I make mistakes. Let me be as clear as possible. But what I don't want you to do is when you have time to think, you should not go wrong. You had 4 minutes, so you should have thought about it, but then you should have the ability to come up with the right defense. Bishop e6 would have saved everything. But what did you do here? What did you do here? You castled. As a result, you just gave not just the piece, but now look how horrible this fork is thanks to the help with the rook. So within a move, just within one move, that time, you have messed up a good game against Soumitra. And Soumitra, by the way, was under immense pressure at this point. Nidhi, I want to tell this to you. Soumitra had 1 minute 40 odd seconds remaining. While you, if you see, you have over 4 minutes remaining. And you look at the top left, you will see the berserk icon. So Soumitra had berserked this game, Nidhi. You could have really brought him under pressure because so far, before this mistake, I think you were playing pretty well. The game was going very nicely. I was closely watching this game. So I was disappointed with this move where you just gave a piece and look how horrible that fork looks. Don't do such things, Nidhi. You're a good player, can come up the learning curve quite fast. So I think the feedback is noted, and I suppose that even Soumitra has learned something. Do not take every lower rated player so lightly. It can really backfire. That plan can backfire and you might probably be in trouble. Yeah, that was quite sporting of you, Soumitra, to say that Nidhi did put up a challenge. And I was watching that game, I'm telling you. She was actually playing well until she made your life very easy with that blunder. That's what happens when you don't use time. Now, the next one is a feedback for Anay. Now, Anay, if you are with us, so you have to improve on this. This is the feedback. Let me see. I made a note of that. Well, this is the second time feedback for you. I am okay with the first time feedback, but the second time feedback should be the last. Anay, number one, you don't play all the games. Some games are lost because you don't make even the first move. Stop that. I think it's high time you stop doing that. And the second thing is, so many times I have asked all of you to be careful of this f2 and f7 square. You have got to be careful about f2 and f7, and you have enough experience now, Anay. So Anay Avdani, if you are with us, kindly, I'm waiting for you to do something in the chat. Just say hi sir or something. I think I saw your chat earlier, so I'm sure you are with us live right now. You are experienced enough to stop that silly scholar's mate on f2 and f7, and this is a common feedback for Rutu as well. So if Rutu is also with us, for the same feedback. Again, I will say that before the tournament started, in the notification scroller, I did mention this point that the B batch guys, those who are new admissions, those who are new to chess, oh, watch out for that f2 and f7 square. And despite of that, you allowed a simple checkmate. I will take you to that game I'm talking about, Anay. Okay? No, Nidhi, it's okay. Don't say sorry. But I'm sure, in fact, we are praising you. And Nidhi, in fact, even Saumitra has praised you because you were playing well. Congratulations. I'm happy, dear. I'm happy. But then, see, the story could have been different. Okay, back to Anay. Anay, I'm waiting for your chat here. So, I will take you now to the game. And after this, you should not be checkmated on f2 and f7 squares. You have enough experience to, you know how to stop that. So, let me take you to that game here. Now, this is that Nidhi game that I'm talking about. Let's come out of that. Now, I am referring to the game Anay on f2 mate. So, let's pull up Anay's statistics. Somewhere at the bottom of the table, you have him here. Yes, he played 5 games and he lost all 5 games. And I'll tell you what games. Well, look at this. Look at this, Anay. Look at this. Game against Tanish. Do you see no move was played? Why do you lose like this? This is the second time feedback for this as well. You cannot just gift opponent's game, and then Leeches bans your ID if you do that. So if you lose games like this without playing a single move, well, Leeches doesn't take it as good sporting spirit. You know what? You should not let this happen. And I was talking about, look at that. Another example, you played 5 games, Anay Avdani. You played 5 games and you lost 2 games in this manner. Where 3 games in this manner. See, now you are black here. Rutu played e4 and Anay Avdani did nothing. Why is that, Anay? So, yeah, thanks for the chat, Anay. Now I know you are listening to me. But why does this happen? Let me show it to you again. Game against Tanish, no move, Anay, no move. Then game against Granth Utekar, no move. You lost like that. Against Rutu, no move. So you basically lost 3 games without even making a single move on the board. That is sad, right? I'm sure you realize that is very sad. 5 games played, and out of those 5 games, Anay, 3 games were lost without making a single move. That definitely irritates me as a coach. Don't let that happen. And I'm talking about this f7 mate. Where is it? Here. Now, Anay, you are black here. This was the game played. Let me show you. Now Kshitij has just played the queen to d5, Anay, and you have 5 minutes remaining. If you see here, it's 4 minutes and 58 seconds, which means almost the entire 5 minutes are with you. Anay Avdani, watch this. You cannot improve in chess if you do such things. 5 minutes are remaining on the clock for you. Okay. Your opponent has just played queen d5. So why has he played queen d5? He has the support of the bishop here. So obviously the idea is the f7 checkmate. And so many times I've said that the way to stop this checkmate is with this queen e7 move here. So why still do I have players with this mate on f7 and f2? You have enough experience, and this exact point you can actually, as a proof, I don't have to give you the proof, but if you want the proof, take the previous Sunday's feedback or the Sunday prior to that. I have mentioned this point 3 or 4 times now. Don't get checkmated on this f2 and f7 square. So Anay, you have 5 minutes. Your opponent played queen d5. You should have saved the checkmate. Do you know what Anay played? I will show you what you played. That is the threat. He wants to checkmate. What did Anay play? Anay did not play anything, I think. Okay. No. You played. Oh, you got another queen for yourself. How brave are you? And you got checkmated with 2 queens on the board. I'm sure seniors are loving this position. Black has 2 queens on the board. Notice this. Black has 2 queens on the board and white is victorious. Black has full 5 minutes on the clock. So, Anay Avdhani, what is this? Why are you playing like this? 2 queens. 2 queens on the board, Anay. You made another queen, is it not? So you have 2 queens on the board, but what is the use? Because the threat was queen takes f7 checkmate and you didn't play queen e7. So I hope you have marked that blue arrow. You cannot lose like this, and you did not even think. You just were playing very fast, like it was a bullet tournament, not a rapid tournament. So one feedback which is for everybody, each and every student, you should write in the notepad that this is not a bullet tournament. I will not play like a bullet tournament. I have to play slowly. I have to make good use of the available thinking time I have been given. This is not a bullet tournament. Write that down in the notepad. You cannot be making the same mistakes. As irritating. 2 queens on the board and Black lost the game. Okay, who is my next one for the feedback? Prisha. So is Prisha with us? Prisha, I'm waiting for you to say something in the chat. So hi sir or something like that. So I know that you are here. So Prisha, if you are here, this feedback is for you and this is the 3rd time feedback for you. Prisha G, this is the 3rd time feedback for you. Your problem is that you give free pieces. Prisha is very generous girl. She just gives free pieces. Why? That's because you don't pay attention at opponent's last move. Again, as a proof, you can check last Sunday's video. I have told the same thing to you and I will show you the game yet again today, where you don't pay attention at opponent's last move. You lose on time, Prisha. You are a beginner. I will take that. But what I will not take is that you just give free pieces. Don't do that. That hurts. That hurts. Okay. So the thing is, avoid giving free pieces. If you do that, you will be a much stronger and a much better player. Let's take you to that game that I'm talking about. This is Prisha versus Prajna. This game is Prisha versus Prajna. This game was played, of course, very fast. So if Prajna is also with us, so this is that Anay game. Let's come out of that. And I'm talking about Prisha versus Prajna. So let me come to that game here. Prisha versus Prajna. There we go. Now if Prajna is also with us, again an example of how you won the game. All right, but look at the massive speed. So Prisha, you are white here. Let me flip the board. An example of how you give your pieces for free. Look at what will happen now. Okay, yeah, this is where. This is the position, Prisha, and opponent has played g6. Now obviously the opponent has played, take a look at the arrows in the blue. Your opponent has played g6 because the opponent wants to just drive the bishop out. It is a very simple thing and you understood that, but where did you move your bishop? Oh hell no, you moved your bishop to g4. So before you, and again the time is over 4 minutes. Take a look at the time there at the bottom right. Bottom right, you should see below your white rook on h1, you should see your time. Over 4 minutes and 4 minutes and a half in fact. So why do you give such free pieces? This piece is absolutely free. So if you give such free pieces, how will you bring about an improvement? Well, Sai, Pranav, Origami, Arts and Chess, well, I'm sorry I've not acknowledged your presence here. That's because I'm doing the feedback video, so you are welcome, but I was just in a feedback, so welcome, but then at the moment just look at what the mistakes are. That's it. Okay, sorry for not acknowledging that, Sai Pranav. I'm sorry, but we are just giving feedback of what the students can do better, man. I'm sorry. Okay, so I am saying, Prisha, that if you avoid giving free pieces, you will immediately see an improvement of at least 50 points there. But you just moved the bishop and you just moved the bishop 1 square. And so Prajna was actually in a mood for a big thank you. She just took the piece. Don't do such things. So I hope that Prisha, my feedback to you was very clear that, you should not do this. So Prajna, make sure that you play slowly. Even Prajna, a big fan of yours, is Allison. Allison, Prajna, your favorite, or rather her favorite is you. So she also said this on chat that day that she is a little star and she can do much better if she pays attention to her time. So I agree that you won the game, but again, even in the other games, Prajna, you should play much slower, much slower. So please do that, okay? Fine. The next one for the feedback, I have this feedback for Kavish. So Kavish, please type something in the chat so that I know that you are there. And Sai Pranav Origami, thank you so much. I appreciate your patience, buddy. What we are doing is this is the feedback session. So I welcome you. You are welcome. Just that we are doing the feedback, so I'm not looking at chat all the time. But is Kavish with us? Please, Kavish, are you with us? If Kavish is with us, I will show you your game right now, Kavish, where it's really irritating. The same feedback about the time, but this is the game you played against Ankit. So Ankit Banerjee would love this. He finished him off in style. But Kavish, the point being that you have to use your time and play. So let's look at the bottom of the table. Where is Kavish? Do we find him here? Kavish, yes, here he is. So it's Kavish versus Nadish, the game Ankit, the game I'm talking about. Kavish is white here, so we are looking at it from the right side, white's perspective. But look at how fast Kavish is playing here. Okay, now this is horrible. What did your opponent play last, Kavish? So this is what I'm saying for the beginners. My advice is very simple. Watch opponent's last move. So Kavish, you are with us. I'm hopeful. And yes, you have typed yes in the chat. But now, watch where your mistakes are. Well, bye Pranav Origami. Otherwise, you'll have to listen to all the shouting. But join us some other time when we play the game. I really want you back sometimes. Okay. Take care. Keep playing on leeches. Okay, Kavish, I am saying, look at the opponent's last move here. So the last move is knight to d6. So Ankit clearly is attacking your bishop on c4. Now that's very easy to see, right? And one more time, Kavish, take a look at the rook here on h1 and check out your time below the rook. 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Kavish, what did I just say? 4 minutes and 53 seconds were remaining. You had 4 minutes and 53 seconds, Kavish. And you played the move queen h4. Or queen h5 was it? Yeah, queen h5, I'm sorry. Let me take you to the board. I'm sure you played this queen h5 move, totally neglecting the fact that not only is f7 already protected with your big, huge plan of checkmate, but in fact, Ankit just attacked your bishop, man. So why are you so careless? You want to bring about development. You want to become a good player. You're a nice kid. You play very wonderful chess at times and you answer so well during tactics. But what happens here? So tournament play is different. You have to learn how to use your time. Your opponent just played knight d6. And what did you do? You played your queen. Carelessly, just giving Ankit a free piece. Did Ankit take that? Yes, Ankit took that. Did Ankit take that? Yes, Ankit said thank you very much. Love from Kolkata. Ankit said very good for me. So don't do that, Kavish. My feedback is very clear. Let's watch it one more time. The game started very well and it was going very well until this point. Ankit just took the pawn back with the knight, attacking your bishop. You should have thought about it, but no, you played the queen move and then Ankit just took your bishop. So piece down in 7 seconds. I repeat, piece down in 7 seconds. Horrible, is it not, Kavish? 7 seconds and you are piece down. Don't let that happen, buddy. Don't let that happen. Next on the feedback. Okay, Pranav, thank you so much. But I'm sure that all you are getting to see is the unhappiness. But that's because it's a feedback by a coach that I want my players to do better. Anyway, Saumitra, you think that it's Gopesh. Anyway, let's see. So Gopesh, you should, if it is Gopesh, you should play tournaments with us. I wonder what you are doing. The next one for the feedback. Rajna, I am missing your patient play. Don't say you are missing classes. I am missing your patient play. The next Friday, I want you to play patiently. Okay, so if Prajna, you're really missing your classes, the idea is to note the feedback and play patiently. The next for the feedback is Jay versus Vihang. Again, the same thing. Radhesh. Okay, is Radhesh with us? Let me know, guys. Is Radhesh with us? Radhesh, are you with us? Please type something in the chat. The feedback for you is very important. You enrolled in the tournament and you did not play a single game. Then why enroll in the tournament? So every time you just had, you just passed the chance to play. You enrolled in the tournament but not a single game. Okay. Which game, Pranav, are you talking about? At the moment of mine. You played a game? When was that? Anyway, I am saying that if Radhesh Sawant is with us, I will show you his profile. Here he is, and he has played. He was probably the last one, no, second last. And take a look at that. Take a look at what you see. I'll just move our hub logo to some other side. Yes. Now if you see here, he has not played a single game. Take a look at the top right hand corner. Radhesh, not a single game. So Radhesh, if you did not want to play, well, why did you enroll? Don't do that. Don't do that. So if you don't want to play, don't enroll in the tournament. If you have enrolled in the tournament, well, give your participation. What's the point not playing a single game? That is my feedback to you. Well, don't let it happen the next time. This is absolutely unacceptable. Well, welcome. We have Satvik Dhage. Where are you from? Well, we are based in Mumbai. Where are you from? Somewhere from Maharashtra, I suppose. Rutu, make sure that you have, jotted down the feedback. I've told you. The next one, I have a very important feedback for Rudra. Rudra versus Kshitij. This was a game. OMG. Rudra, listen to me one more time. You had a wonderful game against Kshitij. But the thing was, you thought you had berserked and you played fast. I repeat this. The one who has berserked is under pressure to play fast because he gets half the time. I hope you know that. But you had not berserked. So what pressure were you undergoing that you had to play fast? You know how fast you played? I'm talking about the game you played against Kshitij. So let's see if we can pull up that game as well, just to show you of what you can do better. So let us see. Rudra, you finished 10th. You finished 10th in the tournament, and we are talking about the game against Kshitij. So there we are. So Rudra, you are black. So I'm looking from the right side here. Now every time Kshitij played, your moves were, now look at this one. What was opponent's move, my dear master Rudra Mukadam? What was the move? Opponent played the move d4 or d5, I beg your pardon, d5. So clearly your opponent wants to take the knight. And you know that the knight is pinned, so the knight cannot move. So should you not think about a possible idea of a6 attacking his bishop in return? But when will you come up with such ideas? Only if you want to think. Again, look at the time. On every occasion, I insist that you players look at your time. 4 minutes are remaining, Rudra. So you had 4 minutes. You had not berserked. Take a look at the left corner. Kshitij had berserked. You had not berserked. So you had time. And now over here, I'm sure if you had thought, you would have played a6. So the game would have continued with Kshitij taking the pawn, maybe you taking the bishop, then pawn taking the pawn, rook b8 and something like that. But this can happen, Rudra Mukadam, if this can happen if you think you were playing fast like Kshitij's berserk, I will play faster than Kshitij. Well, that doesn't happen. Don't let that happen, please. Okay? Very, very important. Very, very important. Well, Satvik, you are welcome. You are from Jalna, so you are really welcome. And in this session, what we are doing, Satvik, is that we are taking a look at the feedback. A tournament was played by our students, and I'm just sharing my feedback with them. Okay, so you are welcome to the channel. Satvik from Jalna. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. We are taking a good look at the games, and then I'm just giving my opinion. By the way, Rudra, thank you that you appreciated the feedback, and this will not happen again, you promise. But yeah, I mean, come on, you should have thought about it. I know that you thought that the knight was pinned. Again, take a look at the position. You know that the knight cannot be moved because it is pinned by the bishop. But what about a6? You can play a6, but such moves will come to you, Rudra, if you think, not otherwise. And my final feedback is for Kshitij. Well, Kshitij, it's a positive feedback. What lovely play by Kshitij. So this was fantastic. I'm going to pull up Kshitij statistics. Let's go to Leeches. And the statistics for the winner. This is Kshitij statistics, guys. I'll move our logo to the bottom left corner. Now you see that he's played 10 games and he has won all the 10 games. 100% win ratio with 100% berserk. The only thing I want to share with Kshitij is towards the end of the tournament he had paused, and this is actually very bad for the other players, for Samartha, for Vihang, for Rudra, for Jay, for Chinmay, for Ankit Banerjee, for Prajna. This is very bad. He took such a massive lead, even Sanchit. Understand my point. Kshitij took such a big lead in the tournament. You can see that he is a leader, and leader by a fair margin. I mean, look at the difference between the first and the second player. 45 points. Take a look at his score. 45 points. And the second one is Sanchit, languishing at 21 points. So you know what he did? After he reached the point of over 40, Kshitij had actually paused the tournament. He thought that I have enough points to win the tournament, and so this is bad for the others. So Kshitij is saying that Soumitra won the last time, so what? I will pause. He took such a big lead. Understand the point? He took such a big lead that he just decided that I will pause, and there's no need. It's like the hare and the tortoise story, where the hare took a good sleep because he thought that the tortoise was way back and then there is no chance of him beating me. In the story, the tortoise won, but in our tournament, the hare won. So my feedback for Kshitij is don't pause the tournament. Yes, you are the leader, but Kshitij, don't pause. Keep playing it. But for the others, point noted. It's like Usain Bolt. He ran so fast, and then with 40 points, Kshitij thought, there's no one, even not a close second, so there is no competition. He actually paused the video. He actually paused the tournament. Imagine. My suggestion for him is that he should not pause. He should continue playing, but understand what I'm saying. Okay. Very important this. I hope that last one made you feel sad, is it not? That he took such a massive lead that he actually just paused. He did not want to play. Like, who will catch me? I'm over 40 points. Who will catch me? Whew, that was bad. And now what we are going to do is we have 10 minutes left. I am going to share some images about the entries you have sent to me. And now, Sriram Redekar, don't ask me 10 times, have you checked my paper? Have you checked my paper? I will check every paper. I'll let you know. And the thing is, I'm not going to give you marks for that because you did it at home, but I'm going to check all the papers. I'm going to share some images. Some images, not all, some images. And let's start. I'm going to share the image, and I will appreciate what I like about the entries. But before that, please, I'm sure that you have made a note of the feedback. I don't want to say the same things the next Sunday. Well, I hope not. Jay, yeah, 45 points. So he just paused, man. He just paused. I know, but then everybody was playing the same tournament. We were all playing the same tournament. Come on. So, no, this should be inspiring for others. Don't just say that his opponents are not that highly rated. Yeah, okay, I'll make a note of that. Hopefully next time you will have such wonderful opponents. But then don't let somebody go so far ahead in the race that they just pause the video like I'm the winner. Anyway, so I'm sharing some images right now. This is that game thing. I don't want to share that anymore. Okay, this is the one. Let me again switch that hub logo to some other place. So this is by Manas Zope. Very well done, Manas. Thank you so much for sharing your entries. Manas Zope has answered all the questions correctly. There's this nice photo. Has done it on full scale paper, but yeah, sure. That's nice. So Manas, if you are with us, very well done. Arya, yes, your friend, man, he's done it nicely and he's answered all the questions correctly. Although the writing could have been a little better, I would say. The next one, the senior most member of our hub, the senior most, guys. She is. So we have the entry by our very own Pooja ma'am. Okay. Look at the drawing. She actually drew the chessboard. So if seniors are watching this, well, that's nice. She actually has drawn a chessboard to answer the ranks and files question. That's good effort. That is very nice. Appreciated. Wonderful. So even Pooja ma'am has taken a lot of efforts. Very good. I'm impressed, Pooja ma'am. Thank you so much. I mean, the juniors, the children will be inspired that if Pooja ma'am is doing so, is taking efforts, we should also do that. Thank you so much for your entry. Next one. Now, some boy is going to be very happy. He has asked me 10 times about it. This is like a PDF thing. He has copied our logo and so he has made a PDF entry for the chess theory paper. So he's shared his entry with our logo and then his image in the uniform, by the way. Well, that's nice. That's actually nice. Notice that his photo is in our uniform, guys. You're welcome, ma'am. It's exceptionally good that his photo is also the one in our uniform and he has actually typed everything and it's a PDF thing. Wonderful. Thank you, Shriram. And that actually should make you happy, Shriram, that I've shared your entry over here. Next one, please. Okay, can you recognize him? This boy has sent his old photo. Can you identify who is this hub player? He has sent his old photo, so this is not a recent photo. Who is this boy? He's written his name. If you can zoom. I would appreciate you send me the latest photos, guys. Yes, Vihang, he is your model English school mate. But look at the photo he has sent us. He used to look like that several years ago. I repeat, please kindly send the latest photos. Prathamesh, you used to look like that several years ago. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, You used to look like that, man. Please send a good photo. Please send a latest recent photo, please. Come on. Okay, the next one, please. Okay, another PDF candidate. PDF entry sent by, very neatly done, very nicely done. Who is this guy? Our very own Master Prabhu, Master Atharva Sridhar Prabhu. Very well done, very impressive. Although I can't understand why some words are in italics and some words are in normal font. Thanks, Vihang. Vihang is saying that Prathamesh, the last one, well, he was in 4th standard when that photo was taken. Amazing. Prathamesh, what's up, my dear? Look at what Vihang is sharing. Anyway, so this is Atharva Prabhu, and Atharva, well done. You've sent a very nice entry. All the answers are correct. Very, very well done. I'm proud of you. The next entry, please. Who was the last one? Yeah, Atharva was the last one. Look at this kiddo. Who is he? Let me shift our class logo to some other place. Here we go. The handwriting could have been better, but here is how I think he has gone about it. His dad must have written the questions and Master Purvesh must have written the answers because he is such a kid. I appreciate that, and I appreciate his father as well. So Purvesh's father, if you are with us, thank you so much, sir. You've taken efforts for your son. Wonderful, wonderful. Purvesh. Wonderful, Purvesh. So his dad wrote all the questions for him and Purvesh wrote the answers. He is just a kid, guys. So, you know, when he writes all the answers, that makes me really very happy. Next, please. Who is this guy? Who is this dude who sent the entry on a full scape? Shreyan P. Godbole. And again, I don't think that was his latest photo, but yeah, sure. So the handwriting is very neat. That's the one thing that I've noticed first. Everything is written very correctly. All the answers make sense. Very good. So blank A4, I don't think anybody did on the blank A4, guys. I don't think anybody did that on the blank A4. Anyway, the next entry, please. Who's this guy? Oh, this will be nice. How many people can identify this fellow? Because he's relatively new to the hub. Who is this guy? Who can name him? He's a new admission. Let's see how many people can identify this hub member. Yes, Prathamesh, you are right. Shreyan Godbole, Model English School. Radhesh, the answer is absolutely right. Very good, Saumitra. Very good, Jay. You should know your buddies. Brilliant. It is Master Radhesh Sawant. Very good, Rudra. Typing Master Radhesh Sawant. That is absolutely correct. Well, who's next? Well, identify this girl. I believe Saumitra will identify her very quickly because Saumitra was about to lose to her. Saumitra. I have no doubt that Saumitra will identify very quickly because he was almost lost. Written the name, is it not? She has written her name at the top. I don't understand whether this is a Xerox copy that she has sent to me or what. Written on a full scape, but this is not her pen exactly, not the blue wing. So maybe she took the photo of it, scanned the copy and maybe sent it to me or Xeroxed, I don't know. But she did something with it. Prajna, what has your friend done? Is this the scanned copy? What is it? I don't know, but nonetheless. Okay, I will say this one more time that I am not going to share all the images. I have received all the entries and well done. But come on, look at the time. I cannot share all the entries. I shared some entries. So, but the last date is today. So if anyone has not sent the answers, well, do send them. Today is the last date. I will go through the answers and I will let you know. But so far the images, whatever I've shared, They've written very good answers. I'm absolutely happy with their effort. And it is we have 2 minutes. We just have 2 minutes, and we will do 2 tactics before we stop. I think that is the best thing. We will do 2 tactics and then we will stop. So continue with your chat, and I will just get ready with our tactic session. We will do 2 tactics, and let's see whether it is white to play or black to play. The first one will be black to play. Let me pull up the leeches window. There you go, guys. It is black to play, and let me show you your options. Do you want to play bishop g8 check? Do you want to play rook g7 check? Do you want to make the sacrifice with rook? By the way, I beg your pardon, bishop b1 check, rook b2 check, or is it rook a3 check? Or do you want to take the pawn here? Or is it none of these? That could also be the option. Your thinking time, as usual, should be 2 minutes. We will do 2 tactics, guys, and then we will stop. 2 minutes, that's it, okay? 2 minutes. Start. It is black to play, okay? Not white to play, it's black to play. Alright then, the time is up, and yes, indeed, the green arrow makes sense. It is checkmate in 2 moves. Congratulations all those who gave me the correct answer. Let me show that to you. We'll go back to leeches and I'll execute this one. So here we have the bishop check. The bishop will be protected by the rook. The first move then will be the king will have to go to a1 and rook a3 will just be checkmate. Fantastic, guys. Really, really well done. All those who said the green arrow, fantastic. And yes, it is a mating attack or a mating combination. You can call it a mating combination as well. So mating attack or mating combination, that's the name you want to say. And now for the last one for today's lecture. One more last tactic coming up. And this one is again black to play. I will pull up the position. It's black to play, guys. And here we go. So this is the position. Now, do you want to take this? Do you want to take this knight with the rook? Do you want to take this knight with the king? Or do you want to play the move queen to d4 check? Or do you want to take opposition and drive the queen away by playing queen to e7? You have 2 minutes of your thinking time. All the best. Okay, so the time is up, and indeed that chrome arrow is absolutely the right answer. By the way, now another word for that, the sunny arrow. Like we needed another name for that arrow. Some people call it a chrome arrow, yellow arrow, orange arrow, chrome arrow, and now we have a sunny arrow as well. Well, that's the correct answer, by the way. Let me go ahead and show that to you. On leeches, so let me go to leeches. There you go. So the chrome arrow or the sunny arrow is right because it's simply a fork. And let's see if we do this. It's if king, by the way, this is interesting. If the king had moved to h1, then queen takes rook will be checkmate. So therefore, we don't have to rush into taking this knight right now because we can still take the rook. It will still be checked, and later we can win the knight as well. So clearly we will be a rook up. Time for us to stop this session, but thank you so much. We have had new viewers. Thank you so much, and I will like to say their names as well. We have new viewers. We have Tushar Patil, and we have one from Jalna. Who was he? I'm not able to recollect the name. We had this viewer from, yes, Satvik Dhage. Yes, Satvik Dhage. So thank you so much. You are new additions to our hub. This session was about the feedback. We will now meet on, let's say what time? Meet on Wednesday. We will meet on Wednesday, and that is the day when I play the games. And classical time control, so a slow game. Make sure that you learn the fact that I'm using my time. I don't play rashly like that. Make a note of the feedback that I gave all, and I had a wonderful session. I hope that you also learned quite a lot. Sorry if I've been harsh, but then don't repeat the errors. Kshitij, congratulations again. I see your entries here. Tushar Patil is actually Namish. That's amazing. What are you doing with that ID, Tushar Patil? I thought you were somebody new. Okay, we will meet now on Wednesday, 1800 hours Indian Standard Time for the game. Jai, be ready. On Tuesday, you have to spread the message. You have to share the message on WhatsApp about the tournament. Take care. Stay home. Don't venture outside unnecessarily.